Jack, after 14 years, you've announced that your time at Exeter City is going to come to an end at the end of the season. Just give us your thoughts and emotions at the moment.
Obviously, for a start, I'd like to say how grateful I am to the club, the faith they've showed in me in the last 14 years from being 8 years old, coming through and playing obviously in the first team. So for them to give me that opportunity, I'm really grateful for. But it's obviously going to be an emotional one. It's where I've grown up. Yeah, I think speaking to the gaffer, it's time for a new challenge, an opportunity somewhere else, which obviously I'm looking forward to.
You've just welcomed a newborn into the world. Does it feel like with everything going on at home, it feels like the right time to perhaps start fresh on all levels?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously having a newborn is going to be difficult moving away, but no, we got to embrace it and enjoy it. Because obviously she's young, and it'll be a different life for me, my partner, and Lily. So we are looking forward to it.
Just reflecting on your journey from growing up in Exmouth and moving through the academy into the first team. I mean, what a journey it's been for you.
Yeah, I think it's. If you'd asked me when I was 8 years old, would I, be at Exeter still and playing this many games in the first team, it's every lad's dream, and I wouldn't have thought that at all. So I'm immensely proud of where I've come from and what I've done with the club. But as you say, it's now time to go and explore something else, and just go and hopefully kick on elsewhere as well as what I've done here.
And of course, not every player that makes that academy journey makes it into the first team. So you must feel immensely proud as well that you've been able to be one of those players that has transitioned into the first team.
Yeah, I think you need a little bit of luck on the way as well. But growing up, I've had the academy. I had Simon Hayward as I think my first proper manager with the academy, who was brilliant and taught me the basics in a way, and what is needed to kind of make that step into the first team. And obviously Dan Green, Matt Taylor, who have been a massive part in me growing up and me being able to play on the pitch. So really grateful for them people, and obviously everyone else that's played a massive part in getting to play for the first team at Exeter City.
I mean, on the pitch, there's been some incredible moments. We'll touch on promotion in a moment, but just that first goal when you scored against Yeovil in the EFL Trophy, and that season where you made your debut at Swindon. I mean, that must be some of your proudest moments when you perhaps take away the promotion. Yeah,
I think so. Obviously, I think it was my first start against Yeovil. Obviously scored. So that was really nice, and I'll obviously never forget that. And then the Swindon League debut. That was, to be honest, I can't remember much of it. It was all such a blur at the time. But obviously, I come on and hit the post. Then you get a big expectation of what you can do. But yeah, I'm so proud of what I've done for the club, and I hope that's seen back with the fans and everyone around the club.
And to be a part of that team that got Exeter City back to League One after 10 years last season, that'll be a moment that lives with you forever.
Yeah. I think we don't have to say much about that, because we know how everyone feels about that, and that's something that will stay with me, like you said, forever. Very proud of what we did last year, but now we're in League One, and the gaffer's rebuilding, and he'll do what he's got to do. So yeah, I'm fingers crossed for the club, and I really hope they go on to do well next season.
Players at football clubs come and go, but I think they'll always be remembered for perhaps one moment in their career with a particular club, and I'm sure many fans will remember Jack Sparks for that goal against Harrogate. It was instrumental in powering us on to the second half of the season. And would you be pretty pleased if that was your lasting legacy?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was obviously a highlight for me and a lot of other people. But there was still, I don't know, 100 other goals at least in that season. So that was just one of them. But I think that was a standout moment for me personally as well. The scenes at the end were brilliant.
you've had a rough ride at times. You've had to deal with plenty of adversity, breaking into the first team in 1920 and having your season cut short with an injury, and then your shoulder injury again last season. But I think it says a lot about you. It's not how you get through it, but what you do when you come back from it.
Yeah, I had to work hard. I was obviously very disappointed, but I think that makes you stronger. Gives you more drive, gives you more determination to be able to get back on the pitch. And yeah, I'm glad like last season I got injured and come back and help the team. Although it was the second half of the season, we needed all the players and we had a good push at the end and obviously got up. So.
And of course, you've had the honour of wearing the 1931 number 31 shirt that was funded by the supporters. That's a very special honour at this club.
No, definitely, and I've spoke up in the boardroom before games and what they do for the club, and just that little bit more money and the history behind it. It was proud for me and my family. I think that was my first contract as well that I wore it. So yeah, I'll never forget that.
Off the pitch as well, you've been involved in plenty of community work, and during the pandemic, doing that cycle ride for 2 weeks for the NHS, you must be immensely proud of some of the off-field activities you've done.
Yeah, needed to help all I could in the lockdown. That was tough for everyone. So yeah, it was just something that was a little bit of fun. Everyone could keep track of what I was doing. But yeah, obviously proud of what I've done there, and to be honest, what everyone does at the club as well, because there's a lot of people that nobody knows about at the club. Everyone comes and watches the players and the staff, but actually the people behind the scenes do a lot, and like you guys and the people in the kitchen, stewards. So I think they deserve a lot of recognition at the end of the season as well, when the groundsmen are out there working really hard, and the pitch is fantastic, the best it's been. So really proud to be associated with this club and to be able to play 149 games. I'm delighted.
I was just watching back some highlights of some of your goals for us, and I watched that first one against Yeovil, and it wasn't too dissimilar to the goal you scored against Derby a few weeks ago. It's almost like you've come full circle with an identical goal to start and to end your time here.
Yeah, well, hopefully I get a couple minutes on Saturday and I can or Sunday, and score one last goal for the club. That would mean a lot. But yeah, fingers crossed, and I'm looking forward to it.
You'll have that opportunity to say goodbye to the supporters on Sunday. Is there anything you want to say and a final message to them? Yeah, thank you for sticking by me. It's been tough at times. I've had some bad games at times, but I've also had some good games as well. So, I hope they see me more as a good person than anything else, and what I do on the pitch. I've always given my best for the club. I always will, although at times it's been tough. But yeah, I've always given my best, and I always would have. What's next for Jack Sparks? Have a bit of downtime, go away with the little one and my partner, and yeah, see where the summer takes us. Well, Jack, I'm sure everyone will join me in thanking you for your contributions to the club, and we wish you every success, and always remember that once a Grecian, always a Grecian. Absolutely, thank you.